Oh god, you want to talk about weapons now?
It's a foggy memory, but I'm ready. I'll
Alright.
talk about Josh Brolin being sexiest man alive.
We're still recording, by the way.
That's fine. You can edit that in all you want. Start it off actually with that.
Welcome back to another episode of Million Dollar Media. I'm your host, Max Kellerhalls, and with me today we have...
Sierra.
Okay, say that again. Because it just sounded like, yeah, like that.
Sierra.
Okay, thank you. And today we're talking about weapons.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
So, I know we're late.
A little late.
A little late.
Little late.
Yep.
Definitely wasn't released in August or anything.
No, it wasn't. It's not like we had other things
No.
going on and terrible scheduling on my part.
Listen, school got the best of me, alright? I'll blame school for that one.
No, I'll blame myself for this.
Alright, you know what? It's all your fault, actually.
Yeah, but we're talking about it. You know what? I want to ask you right off the bat. What did you think of this movie?
It was an interesting one. To say the least, it was supposed to be a horror movie, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think I giggled more at this movie than I was scared in this movie. I didn't understand a lot of things that happened throughout this movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, I don't understand why we showed certain things. Spoiler, if I need to say this.
Oh yeah.
Why was there an AR over the fucking school? Like, what was the connection to that?
Okay, I'm glad we brought that up. And also, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat, since we are late about this. Spoilers. This is all spoilers.
If you've not seen it, please just go watch it. It's on HBO Max. For the love of God, take the 2 seconds to watch the movie. I'm sorry, but please take the 2 seconds to watch the movie.
For me, this didn't work. I wasn't a huge fan of this movie. I don't understand the whole love and admiration behind this. Like, I get some things.
Yeah. Go on. I want to hear your thoughts, and then we'll also get into mine because there's a lot I have to unpack about this movie.
I wasn't a huge fan of this. This is the same guy who did the movie Barbarian, Zach Kreger. He's also the same guy from the YouTube comedy series The Whitest Guys You Know.
But I also like Barbarian, but go on.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's a conversation for another time. But anyways.
So far for me, he's 0 for 2. Like, I think he has the best setups for his movies. Like, Barbarian had an amazing setup. This movie has an amazing setup with, for one night, a whole classroom of kids, except for one, just goes missing and just runs out to the middle of the woods, and they're never found again. So they're questioning the teacher, they're questioning the little kid that was the only one that didn't, like,
get abducted or go missing, because that's what they originally... That's in the trailer, though. I'm not spoiling anything. I think that they all got abducted or something.
I mean, it's reason to say when someone goes missing, you think either abduction or something like that. Well, either way, in the trailer, they kind of leave it up to, like, something happened that is beyond rhyme or reason. There's only very specific details, like 2:17 in the morning, this amount of kids, this only place, this classroom. Those are the specifics. However, for me, I wasn't a huge fan of the reveal and what it actually turned out to be.
Correct.
And once we kind of get the answer of what happened, the rest of the movie just kind of didn't work for me. And then it kind of made other points in the movie kind of pointless, because you're just like, why are we watching this cop subplot? Why are we watching this druggie? Only for it to explain why they're there later in the movie as pawns, kind of thing. Kind of spoilers, but kind of not. And for as much as people were talking about this movie and like, oh my god, I didn't expect what was going to happen next, or like this movie kind of threw me for a loop on what was going on. From what I ended up being, I was like, oh, that was like my second guess. Like, What this movie does do well is that the acting and the overall like the camera work and the technicals, and I will say this movie has some really good jump scares. Like some of the best jump scares I've seen in a long time in a movie.
Say that's your opinion. I think I giggled more at this movie than I did get jump scared.
When you realize what it is, it ruins the jump scares in hindsight. But in moment, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And even the character goes, what the fuck? Your daddy, apparently. Poking and prodding at that anytime now. Every time I see you now. But yeah, like I really like Julia Gardner in this. I really like her character in that she's kind of this flawed main character, and like she's like this preschool teacher, or not preschool, but like this middle school teacher who's just, she's a good teacher. She's just got a shady past. I mean, you get Josh Brolin in this movie. He's really good. I like Benedict Wong.
He's also daddy. Josh Brolin, not Benedict Wong.
I'll take that one. Are you kidding me? It's fucking Wong, man.
Okay.
Alden Ehrenreich's in this movie. I like the actors in this. I just wasn't a big fan of like the overall story and the way it's structured. Cause for me, and this is kind of the thing with Barbarian I didn't like, is that like we'll get this huge reveal and then we'll go back and then all the tension is just kind of dissolved until the next big payoff. And for me, I don't like that kind of storytelling where it's just kind of like the tension's kind of constantly fucked with throughout the movie. Like, I like a movie that kind of like sets up a tension and just like lets you sit with it up until the very end. And this film doesn't do that, in my opinion. It'll get to this really tense moment, and then we'll switch over to another character's point of view when there's no tension. And then we'll get to another really tense moment, and then rinse and repeat 5 times in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my thing. But I've been talking a lot. What do you think?
Can I get to my spoilers now or
We're
no?
on spoilers now, yeah.
What the fuck was up with the witch? Why? Why did we go to this like witch mentality? I don't care. I know I'm skipping towards the end of the movie, but that just fucked me up because why did we have to include a witch into all of this?
Well, honestly, that's the thing. I was like, even from the trailer, I kind of was like, is this a witch plot? Because like it involves abducting kids, and that's like classic folktale witch stuff. Like the really specific times, like something close to 3 a.m., the focus on a small rural town kind of feel. Well, not rural, but like a suburban town. So yeah, like I was like, this is a witch plot, isn't it? And then when we get to it, Aunt Gladys.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this is a different take on it until it's not. Honestly, I kind of liked the idea of like this really tense and scary movie with a witch that kind of looks like a witch from Hocus Pocus. And it's
so the other thing too is like I didn't understand like the whole storyline behind Aunt Gladys. Yeah. That's the part where I also kind of like was separated from. I didn't understand like her whole entire like story. It just kind of felt confusing to me and like where she came in into all of this. Granted, yes, it's a witch's plot or whatever, but
yeah, it's a witch story.
I wish that there was and I wish there was more introduction to her or like more catering to her where granted, yes, the whole aspect of her coming in towards the end and like the shock value is great, but like I would have loved to just have her as a more kind of in-depth character of like we get to see her more or like acting as if more human-like and more an every day-to-day life type of style. But then the first time we're introduced to her, I believe, is when she comes to the school.
Yeah.
And she's talking on behalf of the parents. Like I'm already getting weird vibes from her. Like I can already pinpoint what's going to happen next type of thing. Like I would have wished that it would have been more of like a neutral, natural introduction versus like, well, now I'm getting these weird vibes. So now I'm going to fucking question Aunt Gladys.
Well, you know what?
I don't want to question Aunt Gladys because she's doing the best for the kid.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you only in that, like, you could have just kept her as that kind of grandma or that kind of aunt type character where she's, like, really, like, overly caring. You know, that really not ditzy, but kind of like, you know, like the grandma who will make you cookies and stuff like that. And, like, the over-the-top makeup and, like, the caked-on makeup kind of look. I was like, you know what, if they kind of kept this idea, again, like this Hocus Pocus style witch in this really gritty movie, kind of makes it a little bit more terrifying because she thinks this is right, that she's looking after these kids.
True.
And that what she's doing is believable, because I've seen like short films and films do, like, I'm thinking of like Misery. I'm thinking about this one section from the VHS series where it's this dog mom character who does some really sick twisted shit, but she does it all with that dog mom kind of smile and kind of like, oh dear, you can't be doing that. I said, no, you're not supposed to do that. Like that kind of thing the entire time while this horrible thing is happening. That's kind of creepy to me. But no, they kind of reveal her as this like, oh no, she knows what she's doing. She knows it's wrong, and she's this sick, twisted witch that we've seen constantly in other things. Like this year, we had that Snow White movie that no one liked. Just I don't know. It was just kind of like a letdown because I was like, because unfortunately, I did see images of Aunt Gladys online because it was
Shame.
everywhere. So I was like, okay, who is this
Shame.
character? Because I didn't really know what it was, so I didn't know the context behind it. But then when I saw it in the movie, I was like, oh, that's this? And so I'm thinking like, okay, what's up with this Aunt Gladys character? And like, I think this movie focuses on like the how more than the why. You know what I mean?
No.
How is she able to do this? I
I
don't
mean-
know. Weird tree magic that she spins this item of like hair or like these little tags of all these kids on this little branch, breaks it.
Yeah, she has to have something that's of personal value to the
Mhm.
other person to
Yeah.
do something to them.
And that's the how. And they're like, okay, that's how these kids got abducted. That's how there was no actual
Yeah, and then
involvement.
we found out the why at the end.
Well, I'm curious. What was the why for you? Because I'm still like,
The why was because she needed younger bodies to keep herself alive, because she needed to feed off of them to keep herself younger and keep herself alive longer.
yeah, but
Yeah, but we don't find that out until the end. Like that's I mean, she's not supposed to give away all of her witchy secrets.
I know. But I was also like, it clearly doesn't seem to be working all that well.
I mean,
So that's
it was
kinda-
working until somebody fucked it up.
I don't know. I still feel.
Yeah. Just because you're not happy with it doesn't mean
Your opinion's trash. No, I was kidding. I don't know. I guess the why was just more like what I was looking for, and like the why wasn't.
yeah,
enough
because
for me.
she's been a witch for too long, and she shoved her way into somebody else's life, I'm assuming.
I honestly did.
And she was like, hey, I need to be young again, and I need to live to my full potential.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna steal children to suck the life out of their bodies and call it a day. And that's why she asked her, what, nephew? Great nephew?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Kidnapped
to
victim.
go and steal these things, or his fucking classmates to go and be like, hey, I'm stealing you. And then child abduction happened, and she was able to hopefully try to complete that spell or whatever. And then she got killed. So
I guess,
whatever.
I don't know.
You
maybe
just didn't like the plot and just admit it.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know,
it's fair because I didn't either. I didn't like the movie. It wasn't my favorite movie. Definitely not my top 5 2025 films.
Because I mean, I like a lot of the aesthetics in the movie. Like, I think the idea of like you can just trigger these kids into just becoming this bullet, or like whoever you have under your control, just become this relentless creature who will stop at nothing until you're like dismembered and destroyed, like a literal weapon. Like they say at one point, oh yeah, they're like a heat-seeking weapon. Like they just go. Yeah, right. Like
It's almost like it was the movie title.
I was like, yeah, okay, I guess that's why it's called weapons. But then you brought up like, why is there an AR hovering in this guy's dream? And I ultimately find out. Thank you, Dead Meat, for by the way. Yeah, no, it's just meant to be there. It's like, you know, you think about it. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's no reason.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
Like the entire movie feels like it's trying to say something, especially when you have kids in the school going missing and the parents having to like go through the trauma of that. That is something we as Americans have to deal with a lot. So the idea, and then to use imagery like a gun above a children's room, a lady going out of her way to kidnap children, and just this whole plot of like neighbor turning against neighbor, not knowing who to believe in, and then ultimate to be like, you guys figure it out. I don't know. It's those kind of like really artsy pricks that I kind of just don't like. I'm like, I want to like you, man, but like, come on. Like, if you don't know what you're saying, then why should I give a shit about what you're trying to say? You know, I don't know. Like that kind of shit just bothers me. Where I'm like, especially when they like these little things where it's just like, oh, they deliberately go out of their way to show like the cordyceps fungus parasite like documentary like that was used as inspiration for The Last of Us. And so there's a whole theme of like parasites, and you can kind of look at Aunt Gladys like a parasite. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe it's just the overhypedness. Like, this was just so overhyped for me that when I went to see it, I was just like, this isn't really like all there for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot, and I'm just like, I'm not really. I am an idiot. But
No, stop.
like, I just didn't see the point. But I was watching this and like I was enjoying like the first half of this movie.
I liked it until we got introduced to Aunt Gladys.
Exactly. I don't know. Just like the vague metaphors that lead to nothing. And I understand that there's some viewers that don't like to have everything explained, and that can be fine. I don't need like every little detail explained to me of like this is how she got the branches. This is how she's related to the little kid. This is how this works. I don't need that.
You don't need that?
No.
Oh. Why have I been doing it for you for the last like 6 months? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you
I thought this was what I was hired to do.
Please don't tell me you actually like did all the research.
No, but I did look into the AR, and apparently the director of the movie, he said that in an interview that he placed it there so that viewers would have different interpretations of it.
Oh, fuck off. Here's my interpretation. Big,
he wanted us to think about it.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, I hate that.
Which, I mean, in retrospect, I mean, I was definitely thinking about like school shootings and like how that's like a prominent like theme in our society nowadays. So I mean, he got the point across. Maybe
you don't toy with that subject matter unless you're really gonna get into it.
I don't think he needs to. Listen, and that's all movies really are, friends.
I know.
Interpretations. We all have our own interpretations of what the movie is trying to portray to us. So if you see a monster hiding under a bed, I'm going to tell you there's no monster hiding under that bed. And just live with it.
What is it?
It's for me to know and you to never find out. Maybe you have a Gladys hiding in your closet.
Oh, I'm throwing that bitch out. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what I'll say then? On that point, just because I was about to say I was about to throw this bitch out of my house. The ending of this film is very satisfying. So
is it?
Well, to me,
you're telling me kids beating her the fuck
yes
to death is satisfying.
Yes. Okay, if you're gonna take a movie that's gonna like, I appreciate the movie is just like, look, we have put you through enough.
Those kids are traumatized.
These kids are traumatized.
I'm gonna point that out. The children are traumatized.
The idea of this woman who kidnapped kids was being a total
See you next Tuesday.
Cunt. Sorry.
I don't want to say it.
I will. Fuck her. This poor kid has been abused, has gone through so much trauma, has been trying to take care of these kids, finally gets this one up on this old hag, and uses his classmates as a weapon. There you go, movie. I used your metaphor. Against her was really satisfying. And seeing her flail her arms up and just go, ah! As she's running through all these neighborhoods, and these kids just juggernauting their way through like all these houses is some of the funniest shit I have seen all year. And then when you get to when they actually catch her, and it's the most violent shit I've ever seen children do on screen, was so satisfying because it couldn't have happened to a better person. Like, oh my god, that was such a fun ending. Like the roller coaster of emotions from like, yeah, get her, to oh my god, was truly really well done from a movie that I could not care about. And yes, the kids are
fair.
Like, I love that when you see your daddy Josh Brolin stroll up onto the scene and you just see what is left of Gladys and it's just a puddle. Like, there is nothing left. And yes, it does imply at the end that like, look, the kids are very traumatized and they haven't talked, but they are getting better. And it was this weird thing that no one knows how to explain.
It takes them several years to get better, though.
They got better.
They got better? Barely? I don't think they did.
Well, I mean...
Debatable? No?
They got some hell of a trauma bonding stories to tell. Like, there's no way you can one-up these kids. I mean, those parents are not gonna get any better. I hope, but like, I don't know. But I don't know, I was just like... That ending was satisfying to me. Just seeing this character who I was like, I hate this character, just get absolutely eviscerated was fun.
Right.
What else do you want me to say? I other than that, I didn't really care for the movie.
Like I said, I felt like it was more comedic at the end than anything else.
Well, I mean,
so
I was laughing my ass off.
I went through a whole series of emotions. I was very confused, and then I was very grossed out, and then I was laughing my butt off because I didn't know what else to do.
When did you cry? No, I'm just kidding.
I never cried, actually.
Oh, okay.
This movie did not shed any tears.
That's yet to happen.
Coming soon, actually. I had to think about the trauma that Brolin had to deal with.
Oh my god.
Daddy Brolin.
Not Daddy Brolin. Oh man, I just realized we're doing the Avengers movies next year.
Ooh.
Daddy Brolin returns in Avengers Doomsday.
It's gonna be a meme, and I'm not sad about it.
Oh no, this is it. This is how we're starting 2026. Daddy Brolin.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is the best. Is there anything else you gotta say about weapons?
Other than I hated it, no.
Alright. I think we can end it off there.
Fantastic.
Was this a review or was this just us talking?
I think this was just us talking about it, to be honest.
Well, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you didn't, that's okay. If you dislike this video, I get it. If you
Daddy Brolin.
Yeah, get that hashtag going. Oh my god. Yes, subscribe to our Patreon. We're gonna have a lot of content coming onto that channel very soon. Definitely in 2026. That's all I gotta say. With me today we had
Sierra.
Alright. Hope you have a good day. Bye.